The wheeling and bargaining of Brad Stevens has started. The Boston Celtics agreed Monday to transfer Jrue Holiday to the Portland Trail Blazers in exchange for Anfernee Simons and 2 second-round choices, league sources told The Athletic, marking their first trade of what looks to be a busy offseason. In addition to saving Boston roughly $4.7 million in salary for the upcoming campaign, the agreement will remove a sizable portion of the Celtics' future payroll. Holiday's deal, which includes a player option for the 2027 to 2028 season, still has 3 years and $104.4 million remaining. Next season, Simons' $27.7 million deal will expire. The Celtics still have to cut around $20 million to avoid the second luxury tax apron and an additional $20 million to avoid the luxury tax completely after the transfer. As a result, league sources predict that Boston's Holiday trade will simply be the first domino to fall. According to league insiders, the Celtics are still looking to add players, like Kristaps Porzingis, in an effort to resolve their salary cap issue. Their decision to trade Holiday, 35, who contributed to a championship in his first season with the Celtics but struggled offensively in his second, was heavily influenced by that salary cap issue. His averages for assists and scoring declined. He shot 35.3% of three-pointers, down from 42.9%. He performed admirably in the 2024 playoffs, but in the 2025 postseason, he only averaged 9.5 points per game. He missed the last 3 games of Boston's victory over Orlando in the first round due to a hamstring ailment. Holiday is still a successful player and one of the NBA's greatest and most adaptable defensive guards. However, by the time Jayson Tatum returns from a torn Achilles, he might be 36 years old and perhaps a step or two slower. Holiday was a clear trade candidate for the Celtics this summer due to his age and contract. Simons, an offensive-minded guard who turned 26 on June 8, is given to Boston in exchange for Holiday. Simons will add another great playmaker and a strong three-point threat to Joe Mazzulla's team, though it's unclear how the Celtics see him fitting into their future. Simons is a 38.1% career three-point shooter who finished the previous season with an average of 19.3 points and 4.8 assists per game. He has consistently performed poorly as a defender, which may have contributed to Portland's decision to let him go. Scoot Henderson is another young guard that the Blazers hope Holiday will assist on and off the court. In the 2023 transaction that sent Damian Lillard to Milwaukee, Holiday was momentarily acquired by the Trail Blazers before being traded to the Celtics less than a week later. Holiday had what Billups has described as a great conversation with Chauncey Billups during the brief time he was officially on the Portland roster. Holiday dealt with being caught off guard by the Bucks' decision to move him thanks to Billups, who was traded by the Pistons 4 years after assisting them in winning the 2004 title. Holiday also mentioned in that conversation that he would rather be transferred to a competitor. In order for the veteran to find a great position and a great spot, Billups sought to assist him. In 2024, Holiday told The Athletic, it meant a lot. Seeing a coach who is looking out for my best interests. Additionally, you could hear and see it, something that coaches may not always give some kids the opportunity to do. Thus, from the start, he undoubtedly had my best interests, at heart, in mind. And he simply always had my best interests in mind. Holiday might benefit the Blazers with his leadership and defense, and it looks like they plan to keep him this time. Henderson, the 3rd pick in 2023, who only started 10 games in his second season, also seems to have a clean route when Simons is sent away. In all 70 of his games, Simons started. Portland's decision to spend that much money, $104 million over the next 3 seasons, at a position where Henderson, one of your purported pillars, is eager to start and assume a larger role, however, is odd. Does a mentor cost that much for the Blazers? Or do they doubt that Henderson is prepared to assume leadership? The Blazers lacked effective leadership because their 2 seasoned leaders, Anfernee Simons and Jeremy Grant, were introverted. Holiday adds championship experience and a well-respected voice. He also contributes to the defense, which is becoming a defining characteristic of these Blazers. Together with Donovan Clingan, Deni Avdija, and Toumani Camara, Holiday's cunning might turn Portland's defense from mediocre to outstanding. This action seems to suggest that the Blazers are prepared to contend for a postseason berth, which is audacious but probably unattainable. Did they simply waste their cap space on an expensive, elderly player who doesn't fit their schedule? Or will there be more significant actions soon?